Arch, your thoughts on that is you. Arch, your thoughts on The Rock?
There's probably more chemicals inside of him than your average side of highly gene-enhanced beef. We talked about how they probably grew Holland in a laboratory. Well, they sourced the same medicaments for The Rock there. I remembered I was playing Doom the other day because chat wanted me to play that, and I started talking about the Doom movie, and The Rock is in it, and he's like a fifth of the size. He's like a swell guy, like the TV show he did, Ballers, great stuff. Like, he seems like a nice guy. He's just also very fake.
It's funny you mention that, because I remember having a conversation with two people I used to work with, and they were convinced The Rock was real and not on steroids. I was like, are you like retarded? And I think they actually, yes, I found out they were later retarded. But The Rock is currently under some pressure in Hollywood here. And it stems back to a couple of years ago when he said this.
Am I happy with the state of America right now? Well, that answer is no. Do I believe we're going to get better? I believe in that. I'm an optimistic guy, and I believe we can get better. The endorsement that I made years ago with Biden was one I thought was the best decision for me at that time. And I thought back then, when we talk about, hey, I'm in this position where I have some influence, and it's my job then. I felt like that then. It's my job now to exercise my influence and share with this is who I'm going to endorse. Am I going to do that again this year? That answer is no.
Do y'all remember this a couple of years ago when this happened? Where
I do. He came out as full Democrat and then got a bit of blowback for that because it was a stupid thing.
Well, then he stepped back. Well, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, according to Variety, is facing backlash for staying quiet on politics now. And I'll tell you what, two people that have put him in the crosshairs, if I was to give you a list of like 100 people in Hollywood, these two would probably be on that list, including Star Trek icon George Takei telling him that silence is complicity, and the Stand By Me actor Wil Wheaton adding, so disappointing to find out he's such a coward. Johnson, The Rock, told Fox News in 2024, well, pretty much just what you saw here, my goal is to bring this country together. I believe in that. There will be no endorsement. At this level of influence, I will keep my politics to myself. It is between me and the ballot box. You know, isn't that just amazing? How what a blatant, like, look, The Rock is whatever you want to think of The Rock, right? Great wrestler, whatever. But this seems like the most mundane, vanilla milquetoast statement ever.
I need to preface just 1 second. So, like, first off, I do love that Wil Wheaton and George Takei were saying it was being a coward for not mentioning a choice. I'm not defending any of these people. I think they're all fucking garbage. That said, who the hell is Wil Wheaton and George Takei? They're nobodies. They have no influence. That's why it's very easy for them to be loud and proud about whatever political choice they want, because nothing affects them. They have no careers or jobs. No one gives a shit about them. The Rock is an icon. You could argue one of America's top 20 actors, or iconic figures. Of course, there's going to be weight to whatever he does. These people give the shit. I'm sorry, Craig. I just need to say that because Wil Wheaton, I think he was from Star Trek. Give the shit about him.
Yes, he did appear in something like he was a kind of a nerd icon in the
like the Big Bang Theory for a little bit.
To your point, Phoenix, when it comes to their net worth with these folks. Wil Wheaton, his net worth, $1 million here. George Takei's net worth, $14 million. And then The Rock's net worth, $800 million.
Yeah, there it is.
But and here's the thing. The Rock can't address this because then he'd be punching down. Right? Yes. And you don't want to punch down in society here. But The Rock said he had learned from all this. The blockbuster actor expanded on his newfound aversion to political talk by telling Esquire this month, what I learned through that experience is that I need to keep need, not want, the main thing. And the main thing for me, the thing that in the morning I swing my legs out of bed and run towards is creating. It's art. It's storytelling. I've learned I'm going to keep my politics to myself. There are moments when, hey, There's nothing we can't talk about. If I'm wrong, whatever. You get the idea. He's just saying, I'm not going to talk about this stuff, but this is an issue for these folks. Savvy pointed out that Wil Wheaton is an asshole and Takei's creepy. Plus, The Rock is far more successful. I think he's fine, right? It's never good enough for these folks. It will never be good enough for these folks. You talk about Phoenix. You talk about how this is like the quintessential idea of, if you're not all the way on board of this ever moving boat that has shifting parts, if you're not all on board with every little thing, and by the way, we're going to add things here, we're going to remove things here, and if you don't align perfectly with everything we're saying, well, then you're Hitler. Mal, you a big Rock fan? Does The Rock do anything wrong here?
Well, I'm not a big Rock fan because I could care less about most actors, to be honest. But I mean, I think he's doing the right thing. Technically, I do think it's kind of another act because everything from him seems performative and strategic, just to whatever makes him look better at that moment. And he gambled back in 2020 that, with the basically peak woke, left basically had complete control. That would be the right move to do. Now they don't have that power anymore, but Trump is still evil, bad man, so he's now going to be quiet. But I'm okay with him being quiet because I don't think celebrities should basically, espouse their political opinion. I mean, not saying they can't really at the end of the day because they're people too, but I don't want every single one of them on their soapbox telling, me that you have to vote for this person or do this thing, support Black Lives Matter, whatever the case is, because at the end of the day, dance monkey dance. You're here to entertain me. I don't want to hear anything political from you.
Yeah, know your lane. Obviously, everyone should be able to voice their opinion. In my opinion, everyone should be able to voice whatever opinion they want, right? We're all Americans, so I'm not saying you shouldn't. That said, know your lane. And if you're an entertainer, especially in the times of politics, boy, do the people really need you for that levity or for just a moment, just to take a break for a second and enjoy something with the family that you can all just sit in a theater or literally in a theater and all laugh together or whatever. That goes a long way in healing things. All you're doing is division. So know your lanes, actors. I wish they did, and I wish they just stuck to that.
What he said earlier, he said, I felt like I should use my influence. That's the trap that all these people fall into. I have this audience, this influence that I feel like I need to share with everybody. But at the end of the day, it's like, you are a professional pretender. That's literally what you do. You pretend for a living, which is why, you see these people go up and they I have no desire to listen to what any of them have to say ever about anything outside of, hey, make me laugh. That's it.
Yes, and as we've discussed many times over, we all knew these thespians in high school. They were stoners. They didn't know anything. These are borderline retards. Take out the word borderline. Their value and opinions on pretty much anything beyond just a good stoner pal to laugh at really is inconsequential. I don't know why anyone even gives them any credit for anything. They're not good at anything other than just being pretty and dancing when we ask them to dance. Right?
Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. I think that's the most amazing thing is we've seen what happens when the theater kids get control, and it's not pretty, right? We just had
pure narcissism and insanity. It's all it is.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The most insecure people who are the loudest in the room want to take control and then make emotional decisions.
Well, with The Rock too, the problem with this is he was the one who chose to start doing this. He was the guy who wanted, okay, I've decided to politicize myself and what I do. Then it didn't work out, and then he backed up, going like, okay, well, I've appealed to the wrong crowd. The guys didn't win. Now I'm appealing to the other crowd. I don't feel anything is particularly sincere in this. I think this is just him trying to keep himself relevant and popular. So I don't have a particular large amount of sympathy for him here, but it's one of those situations where you've got to have a way back for people so you don't become as intolerant as the progressive side. But I also do get the feeling that if it hadn't become unpopular, he probably would have stuck to the exact same politics and remained the exact same kind of reprehensive person. And the only reason he's changing his mind now is because it didn't work out as well as he thought it would.
Well, the difference between the right and the left is that the left, even though you apologize, they don't actually give you the mercy and forgiveness from the apology. And because you have to actually show that you're genuine in that apology too, that you've changed your ways. But with the left, they don't do that. Even if you do show that sign, they still hold it over your head no matter what. With The Rock, if he truly was actually not guilty, sorry, felt bad about what he actually did, then there would actually be something to forgive there. But chances are he's just a two-faced snake because literally he's an actor. Like, there's really we can hold him accountable for his past actions because it's 99.9% guarantee that it's just all fake and gay anyways, versus if it's just like a regular normie who voted for Biden in 2020 because he thought it was the right thing to do, and then realized how shit everything became and regret the decision. That's a different story.
It's it just goes back to the flip-flop and the current thing, right? If it was popular to be Republican in Hollywood, then it would be the exact opposite, right? Once again, these are all actors, they're professional pretenders. It is what it is. So why do I care what Wil Wheaton, George Takei, The Rock, or George Clooney, or anybody has to say? They're all just fake. They're literally fake. Literally fake. Hit that subscribe button right here and watch another video right here.